ভারতীয় বিদ্যাভবন ইনস্টিটিউট অফ ম্যানেজমেন্ট সায়েন্স ভারতবর্ষের অন্যতম শিক্ষা প্রতিষ্ঠান, ভবিষ্যতের ম্যানেজার গড়ার কারিগর। সম্প্রতি ভারতীয় বিদ্যাভবনের অডিটোরিয়ামে হয়ে গেল মেগা HR কনক্লেভ। ভারতীয় বিদ্যাভবন ইনস্টিটিউট অফ ইন্টিগ্রেটেড ডেভেলপমেন্ট অ্যান্ড রিসার্চ, সংক্ষেপে IIDR, এবং HR লার্নিং নেটওয়ার্ক ছিল এই মেগা কনক্লেভের জয়েন্ট কনভেনার। প্রদীপ জ্বালিয়ে কনক্লেভের শুরু। পরিবেশ রক্ষায় সবুজের গুরুত্ব বোঝানোর জন্য ছিল বৃক্ষরোপণ। চারাগাছগুলিকে ঘিরে দাঁড়িয়ে তখন ম্যানেজমেন্ট গুরুরা আর বিদ্যাভবনের ছাত্রছাত্রীরা। এদিনের আলোচনা ছিল দুভাগে ভাগ করা। প্রথম আলোচনার প্যানেলিস্টে ছিলেন কর্পোরেট জগতের হিউম্যান রিসোর্স ডেভেলপমেন্টের নামি দামি ব্যক্তিত্বরা। দ্বিতীয় আলোচনায় বিদ্যাভবনের ছাত্রছাত্রীরাই। বিষয় আজকের কর্পোরেট জগতে টেকনোলজি আর নলেজ শেয়ারিংয়ের গুরুত্ব। প্রায় 70 জন HR ম্যানেজার আর বিদ্যাভবনের বিভিন্ন স্ট্রিমের বহু ছাত্রছাত্রী এই সেমিনারে অংশ নেয়। কনক্লেভে বিশিষ্ট মানুষদের মধ্যে উপস্থিত ছিলেন ভারতীয় বিদ্যাভবনের চেয়ারপারসন বিক্রম সরকার, IIDR এর চেয়ারপারসন ভাস্কর ঘোষ দস্তিদার, বিদ্যাভবনের ডাইরেক্টর ডক্টর GV সুব্রমণিয়ান, IIDR এর ফাউন্ডার ট্রাস্টি ইন্দ্রজিৎ ঘোষ দস্তিদার ও সায়ক সরকার এবং আরও অনেক বিশিষ্ট ব্যক্তিত্ব।
I really do not know. I do not read much of theory as to what is happening all over the place and then how leadership emerged. So from the ground or from the ground reality, I'll share a few of my thoughts and experiences which I think may be of some use or value to you. I really do not know. So I'll talk about two fundamental shifts that has actually happened.
So my topic was for today, future of artificial intelligence. Will ChatGPT kill research ability?
About our problem, we have probably gone into support and we have given the problem that we had. There have been options, we have given the problem that we have, and we have been given automated answers, and it has potentially solved our problem for the time being. And if we have had any problem after that, we have spoken to a human. I think it's a potential game changer because of the automation that it brings.
Good evening. Now I am talking Dr. GV Subramaniam, Director of Bharatiya Vidyabhavan. Good evening, Mr. Subramaniam. Would you please tell us first about today's conclave, mega conclave?
Yeah, today's mega conclave had two parts. One by the HR leaders who talked about the present leadership, how things are becoming very dynamic so far as the leadership is concerned. It was a wonderful learning both for the HR people as well as for the students who have attended over there. And the second part of the whole thing was conducted by these students, how their thinking process goes on the artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence will replace or not replace the human beings, the human thought process. Both these was a wonderful learning for everybody. Even though it has come from the students, it doesn't look like it has come from the students, but it has come from a professional. And when the professional spoke, we also felt that somewhere or the other, they themselves were students who were listening from the audience to learn so many things about the present day of the leadership.
Good evening. Now we are talking to Sri Bhaskar Ghosh Dossidar, Chairman IIDR. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
What do you think of today's conclave? How do you feel, sir?
This conclave, today's HR learning mega conclave, is very, very important, and we don't find this sort of conclave not very often, and it is extremely important for the students and also for the HR personnel, all them to come in close contact with each other and a give and take of ideas that will enrich their experience, that will enrich their vision. And I will particularly like to give a message to the students that it is the honors of the student community to find something revolutionary at this particular moment when the world is going through a very difficult phase, say COVID and natural calamities, war, and so many things are happening in this world, which looks human prospect very bleak, and we will have to come over above all these things, and we look forward to the student community particularly to shoulder this burden of getting out of this problematic world.
As the chairman of IIDR, what's your future planning regarding IIDR?
IIDR has many such thoughts about the future, because we want to, our main objective is to reach to the resourceless people and those who are underprivileged. We are solely for their support and how to uplift their livelihood and their status in our social life. This is our future plan, and we will direct our sole effort in that direction.
Good evening. Now I am talking to the Dr. S.P. Mahapatra, Principal, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Good evening, Mr. Dr. Mahapatra.
Good evening.
Would you please tell us about today's mega conclave?
Yeah, today's mega conclave is a great initiative by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in association with IIDR. I would like to say that this kind of industry-academia interface is very, very important for MBA students especially. And today, HR leaders, they spoke to our students, and students also raised queries, question and answer to the HR leaders. And it was an amazing event for the student of management. And all the students, they have given a very, very good feedback about the event. Thank you.
Now we are talking to Sri Indrajit Ghosh Dostidar, Founder Trustee and Director of IIDR. Good evening, Mr. Dostidar. Today you have organized mega conclave on HR. What's your feelings about today's conclave?
This conclave is a grand success. It was organized within 14 days, which is a very, very hectic and difficult task. We were able to do it because all of our members supported us. They have participated, and from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan end, we have received all cooperation. So all the participants were happy, and I hope Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has also liked our initiative. So what we feel, we want to take this work ahead, and we want Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan to work with us in field of knowledge promotion and for student benefit. Thank you.
Now we are talking to Prakash Panda, President HR India Power. Good evening, Mr. Panda.
Good evening.
You are one of the panel discussor of this evening.
Right.
So, how do you think, what's your assessment of the conclave?
Yeah, I think it is a great, conclave, I can tell it. All the academicians from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan were part of that, setting the context. And the industry leaders, mostly the HR leaders, are part of the panel. Each one of us have got a very strong background in terms of the subject and in terms of the HR visibility, credibility in our own organizations. So obviously the topic that was chosen also is very effective and very futuristic topic, that is reinventing leadership for virtual and hybrid workforce efficiency. And more interestingly, this topic was for all the student leaders, the future leaders, the emerging leaders, and the corporate leaders. And I'm happy to also see the panel by the student leaders were equally exciting. And these guys, young people, they are having so much of insight into this particular HR area.
Now we are talking to Shayok Sarkar, Director IIDR. Good evening, Mr. Sarkar. Today you have organized this mega conclave on HR. Would you please tell us how do you feel the total mega conclave?
So this has been a very eventful evening. Around 64 HR person along with top CHROs from the industry has attended through this industry academia program. We have been able to have a panel discussion on reinventing leadership as well as on students panel discussion for ChatGPT and AI. So the people are wonderful, and also the students have been very insightful in this program. So this has been quite a successful workshop. Okay, thank you so much.
Good evening. Now I am talking to Brishti Mondol, VP of Nomura Research Institute. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Today's conclave, what's your idea? What do you think? How it was?
So we usually go to such conclaves where there is a collaboration between the students and the people from the industry. Today's was very special. One is definitely the topic which is a very burning issue for the industry, the hybrid work culture, how leaders are handling it. And we have not been able to actually, as an organization, we are still evolving, we are getting ideas, we are trying to understand what best works. This is going to take some time. But I think the best thing about today's conclave is not only we had a panel of discussion by the people from the industry, but we had a panel of discussion from the student of this college. This was very, very overwhelming. I was really surprised to see the young minds. They sat down for the panel discussion, and the way they were kind of debating against or for the topic, it was amazing. And I think that is what is needed, We had our days, and we are in a profession, we need to give back to the society. But as we give back to the society with all our learnings, all our experiences, we should also invite ideas from the youngsters. And the college, this entire scenario, what they did, inviting ideas, having the students collaborate and do, I think it was really wonderful.